Good morning and welcome to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you are excited on this perfect Friday. How are you doing? And we will be reading There Is No Place I'd Rather Be, and this one is written and illustrated by Demetrius Scott. Do join us for that one. Yes, get ready. I will give time for people to get settled, get relaxed, and get ready for There Is No Place I'd Rather Be. Yes, do join us for that one. But of course, we know that this one is the perfect book for Father's Day that is coming up on Sunday. So yes, Father's Day for all the fathers and all the father figures out there, and of course all the nurturers out there. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Happy Friday to you. Yes, wherever you're joining us from, thank you so much. Walia, how are you doing out in Perth? Yes, how are you today? Good morning. Thank you so much for joining in. Good to see you here with us. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, good morning to you. Good morning to you, Anna Lima. Thank you so much for the books. Thank you. Much appreciated. And happy Friday to you out in Chicago. Yes, thank you so much for joining in. And Anna, let us know who's joining in with you today. Thank you so much. John, how are you doing? And good morning to you. Jackson Marion, how are you doing, buddy? Good to see you out there. And John, happy Father's Day coming up to you. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you, Quincy, out in Marin. And yes, you're joining in today with Lynette. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us. Much appreciated. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Absa, how are you doing today? And good morning to you. Asta, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you. I hope you are ready for our book. Good morning, John. Thank you so much. Cesare, happy Father's Day, my friend. Yes, thank you so much for joining us all the way out in Baltimore. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. I hope you're able to go back and kick a soccer ball sometime soon. Thank you so much for joining in. And yes, is this your first Father's Day, Cesare, or not? Let me know. Remind me. Thank you so much for joining in. Yes. Good to see you, my friend. Ellen in Chicago, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, good morning to you. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for joining in. Juneteenth it is. Thank you so much. Yes, thanks for the reminder, Lynette. Thank you so much. Yes, there's a lot that is going on today, so be sure to join in the different activities. And of course, remember the importance of Juneteenth. Thank you so much for that reminder. Thank you so much. And Lynette, you say in Marin City today, there'll be something happening at Rocky Graham Park, so at 3 o'clock. So people, if you can make it, do sure to be at that. Thank you so much. Good morning to you. Yes, good morning to you, Jeffrey Kim. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us. No, absolutely love reading, absolutely love books. Thank you for being part of Storytime community. And please do let me know who is joining in with you, Jeffrey. Thank you so much. Katie and Olive Oil, how are you doing today right here in Oakland? Thank you so much for joining in. Happy Friday to you. Yes, good morning, good morning. Love it. Love that you are here. Thank you. Walia, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yes, yes, I hope you're having a lovely day yourself. Thank you so much. Michelle Jaramillo Cortez, my sister, how are you doing today? Good to see you as always. Happy Friday to you, and I hope you are ready for our book today, Michelle. There is no place I would rather be. Yes, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, everybody from Piedmont Ave, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining in as always. Pema and Maya joining in with Darky. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely have a lovely Friday, and yes, happy Father's Day week to everybody out there. Thank you so much for joining in. Yes, thank you, John. You say happy Father's Day to my dad. Yes, David, my dad, thank you. Happy Father's Day week to you. Yes, thank you so much. Nicole Luton joining us all the way out in Baltimore. How are you doing? Joining in with Cameron. How are you today? Yes, happy Juneteenth to you too. Thank you so much. I hope you are having yourself a lovely day out in Baltimore. Thank you so much for joining in. Oh yes, Jeffrey, thank you so much. You say you're joining in with JJ. Good morning to you. Yes, happy Juneteenth, and of course, happy Father's Day to everybody. Thank you so much. Yes, Michelle, oh yes, you say you're joining in with your niece, Alina, and she's a mighty 2 years old. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you, Michelle. Let's start them early. If we can read early, the better. Yes, thank you so much for doing that. Happy Juneteenth from Jen Vetta. Thank you so much, Jen. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Alice Walia Lungu, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining in today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please remind me, the lovely, adorable children that are joining in with you, remind me so I can say hi to them. Thank you so much. Mikio, is it Mikio and Masi joining us with Surya? Please, I hope I'm getting those names correctly. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining in. I am equally excited to see you out there. Thank you so much. JJ and Frankie joining in from Lanzaret with Nicole. How are you doing today? Thank you so much. I am glad you are here. Alice, you say you're joining in with Chiti. Thank you so much, my sister. Much appreciated. How are you doing today, Chiti? Yes, this high five is for you. Thank you so much. Good morning. Or is it good evening where you are? Thank you so much. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you've had a great week. I am so happy we're here together and going to read this exciting book by Demetrius Scott. And yes, he's the illustrator, author, and he's also a graphic designer. So yes, we have one talented young man right here, and please do find out more about him on the Storytime page later today. We'll put up a profile of him, and please do find out what inspired him to come up with this amazing book. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. Happy Juneteenth from Pancho and Cali. Thank you so much, and good morning to you, Ariel. Thank you so much. Ali May, how are you doing? Good to see you. Happy Friday to you. Kate Fetcher, how are you doing? And you're joining in with Adelaide right here in Oakland, and you say happy Juneteenth to everybody. Thank you so much. Yes. Good morning to you, Dominique. Good morning to you, Naima. Good morning to you, Cairo. And of course, good morning to you, Nia. How are you doing today? Good to see you out there. Rita Bobita, happy Juneteenth to you. Happy Friday. And you say you're joining in with Talia and Rita in San Francisco. Yes, good morning to you. Rachel and Mason in San Rafael. Good morning to you. How are you? I finally got that name correct. San Rafael. Oh, I hope I am. Jessica Cherie, Miss Price, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the connection and the recommendation. Great book indeed. I am excited to get started. Good to see you, my sister. Happy Friday to you. Yes, much love, Jessica Price. Thank you so much. And good morning to you, Sandra Chizova Ezioma. How are you doing? And you're joining us from Denmark. Who is joining in with you? Let us know. Thank you so much for joining us all the way out in Denmark. Thank you. Moffat, my brother, how are you doing? Yes. Oh, yes. Good to see you, my brother. Feels like we're back in high school. And yeah, no, miss you, buddy. Great to see you out there. Thank you so much. And yes, thank you for your service with the Zambia Air Force, my brother. Much appreciated. Good morning to you, Lydia Yamaguchi. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Yes, Lydia Yamaguchi is our media manager right here on Storytime. So excited to have you with us. But we are going to get started with There's No Place I'd Rather Be. There's No Place I'd Rather Be, and it is written by Demetrius Scott, author, illustrator, and graphic designer. Yes, multi-talented. And of course, this book is a special dedication to all the fathers out there, all the father figures, and all the nurturers out there helping our young people grow into responsible citizens. Thank you so much for joining us for that one. And now let us get started with our story. There is No Place I Would Rather Be, written and illustrated by Demetrius Scott. This little boy was feeling quite sad. We all have days like that, huh? So he went downstairs to ask his dad, "Would you ever go away?" "Never!" his dad exclaimed. "Never! But if I did, I would come back some kind of way." "Because I love you more than you love me. There is no place I'd rather be." "But what if... What if angry mutant alligators think you should not be free, so they take you to a hidden swamp and lock you up inside a tree?" What would happen? If that ever were to happen, then I know just what to do. I would catch a hungry beaver who could chew the tree in two. Make my escape before it gets too late to go be free with you. Aww. What if robot rats think you are their king? On your command, they would do anything. A robot army of your very own, with a shiny crown and comfy throne. What would you do, Daddy? In that case, I would lay my crown down on the ground. I don't need an army, because I don't need an army of any kind. I will roar on top of it back home to you and leave all that other stuff behind. But what if we're at the beach and enchanted mermaids grab you by the hand? Then you swim away with them to explore their underwater land. What would you do then, Daddy? Now, that would be quite interesting. But I will quickly change my mind. When I see a floating fishing hook, I will quickly tag the line. A fisherman could fish me out if I hold on tight to the string. Because I would rather pretend we're in a band so we could dance and sing. Well, what if we went back in time? What would you do then, Daddy? And got surrounded by dinosaurs with vicious teeth and horns. What would you do? Then I would find a cave and make a fire to keep me nice and warm. I will hide away and fall asleep. Until the day that you were born. What if we are outside when aliens abduct you and fly off into outer space? What would you do then, Daddy? They will ship you to their planet while you're in a metal case. I couldn't live on another planet. That would be too far. I would sneak out while they are not looking and fly back to Earth on a shooting star. because I love you more than you love me. There is no place I'd rather be. I am your dad, and you should know that where you are, where you're at is where I will go. Absolutely. I'll just repeat that one more time. Because I love you more than you love me. There is no place I'd rather be. I am your dad, and you should know that where you're at is where I will go. The end. Thank you so much for joining in, everybody. I hope that book uplifted your spirits and brought back all the good memories. And yes, thank you so much to all the dads out there, to all the parents, everybody, all the nurturers that are helping us with our little ones, bringing them up to be responsible citizens and great human beings. Yes, that is the most important. Thank you, everybody that is playing a part. And of course, we celebrate the fathers out there. Thank you so much for being there with your children, for reading with your children, for being a part of their lives and making sure that they enjoy your company while you can. Thank you so much, everybody. And yes, that was the book, There Is No Place I'd Rather Be, written and illustrated by Demetrius Scott. Do find out about him, a little bit more about him and the inspiration for this book on the Storytime page. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. And of course, check out the link and description here on how you can get yourself a copy of There Is No Place I'd Rather Be. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. Let's see who else has joined us on this lovely, lovely Friday and just say hi to you. And yes, thank you so much for being part of the Storytime community. Thank you so much. Good morning to you, Lydia Yamaguchi, one more time. Good morning to you, Jayada Santago and baby Marco. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us. Sopuru, Arinze, and Choco, thank you so much for joining us with Sandra Chizoma. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for letting us who is with you, Sandra. Much appreciated. Clara M, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for being with us. Harmony Beth, how are you? Thank you so much for being here again. Thank you. Thank you. Have yourself a lovely Friday. Ingrid, how are you doing? And yes, good morning to you, Anders Lou, and happy Father's Day to you, Len. Thank you so much for joining us. Kate Betcher, you say, there was a book like this about moms. Oh, please do share it. If you have it, do share it. Would love to see it. Thank you so much. Yes, it is an amazing book. I love it. Good morning to you, Nicole. How are you doing out in Baltimore? Thank you. Much love to you. Yes, Nicole. Thank you so much. And Cameron, how are you doing? Thank you for joining in Storytime. I hope you had a great time. Do have a lovely Friday, okay? Enjoy it. Get outside and play if you can. Yes. Good morning to you, Judah. Good morning to you, DJ. And Blaze, how are you doing? I have missed you, guys. I've not seen you in a while. Good to see you today. Thank you so much for joining in. Jordy, much appreciated. Thank you for bringing these boys to join us today, the kids to join us for our read aloud. Yes, thank you so much. Good morning to you, Katie. Thank you so much. Ellen, much appreciated. Absolutely beautiful book. Michelle Lewis, thank you so much. And you're joining in with Ella in Wadham, Massachusetts. Thank you so much for joining us. I am glad you're here. Have yourself a lovely Friday out on the East Coast. Yes, thank you so much for joining in. Surya, thank you so much. Yes, happy Friday. And of course, happy Juneteenth. To everybody that joined in, thank you so much. Thank you. Much appreciated. Much love from Mr. Limada. And of course, we'll be back on Monday for more story time. Do join us. And of course, check out our page for the latest readings that will be happening next week. Do check out the schedule on that beginning this weekend. Thank you so much. Much love from me. And I will see you again on Monday. Have yourselves a beautiful, beautiful Friday. Scott Mark, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining in. And you joined in with your daughter, Zoe. Thank you. I am so glad I caught you right before we signed off. Aya in Massachusetts, how are you doing? And you're joining in with Sheila and you say happy Juneteenth. Shamarin, how are you doing? Zaye, how are you doing? How are you today? Happy Juneteenth. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope I caught everybody. Talia, thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Yes, Nicole Flynn, you say another great story. JJ and Frankie, look forward to that every day. I look forward to being here. It is definitely the highlight of my day. Thank you so much, everybody. Much love from me, and I will see you on Monday. If you want more story time during the weekend, do be sure to check us out on our Instagram page, our Facebook page right here, and of course, our YouTube channel. But for now, much love, and I will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.